Hello folks, my name is Mark and this is Why I Hate the World. How you guys doing? So there was a little bit of drama on Reddit this morning, and some stuff was blowing up. Basically what happened was there was a video that this Reddit user posted that Donald Trump retweeted. So what's happening is that this Reddit user named Han Asshole Solo posted a video of Trump at a wrestling event, WWE wrestling event back in the day, and he's like punching this guy, and on top of this guy's head is that the CNN logo is superimposed, right? Because apparently Trump used to be in fucking wrestling too. Anyway, and Donald Trump retweeted that, right? Well, when the President of the United States retweets one of your tweets, then you kind of become a public figure. So CNN tracks this guy down, because they want to know about him and get the story behind it and all that shit, right? Because, that's what a news organization does. And turns out that Han Asshole Solo has a lot of, really racist and anti-Semitic tweets in his post history, right? Some pretty vile shit. One of them was just the other day he posted a thing of all the different CNN journalists and executives and stuff, and with a Star of David next to the ones that were Jewish, and the caption was something strange about CNN, can't quite put my finger on it. Basically, repeating the myth that fucking the Jews run the media, and that feeding into the whole NWO Zionist overlords conspiracy theory and shit. And some other fucking pretty vile tweets about black people. One of them that stood out to me was FBI stats don't lie. Like he's arguing with somebody, arguing with a black person apparently. FBI stats don't lie, nigger. You hood rats account for more than 50% of the murder, rape, robbery, and assault in the USA. Another one, I just like dancing when niggers are getting beat down by the cops. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, buddy. How about some anti-Muslim, bigotry too? I guess letting them Muslims into your country and then being killed by them if you don't conform to their Stone Age ideology is... You can't win with these fuckers. Wake the fuck up. The only way to win is to eradicate them 100%. They cannot integrate into modern society. They take over like cockroaches. So this is the kind of shit this guy's been posting, right? This is in his post history. So, when CNN finds out, goes and finds out who he is, because apparently it's not that hard to track people down when you use the same, handle between Reddit and Twitter and everybody else, which is something I'm guilty of. I should probably go change all my fucking usernames, right? It's not hard to track people down. Then this guy fucking loses his shit and goes crazy and fucking begs CNN not to release his personal info, right? Well, CNN actually does the ethical thing in this case, and they decide not to release his info. They go, okay, you don't want to be identified, we want to identify you, right? That's usually something that news organizations do when somebody doesn't want to be identified, if you're a private citizen and shit, and your name is not already well known, unless you're some kind of crazy fucking criminal or something. So CNN decides not to do it, and now throughout, the right-wing blogosphere and on Reddit and elsewhere, everybody is losing their shit, saying that CNN somehow blackmailed this guy, when the fucking exact opposite is what happened. The thing is, CNN didn't dox this guy. They didn't even threaten to. Apparently there was a deal that he claims that they wouldn't if he promised to not, to stop shitposting and stuff, which is bullshit. All right, that's fucking bullshit. That didn't fucking happen, but whatever. I don't believe that for an instant, and it's a joke, number one. It's hypocritical, number one, because, places like the Donald and 4chan, 4chan's poll board, because you got to remember not all of 4chan is racist and shit. It's only poll. Those guys, they dox people on a regular fucking basis. They do all the time, you know. There was a thing not that long ago where they were going around and doxing a bunch of activists and stuff like that. You know, for example, One Punch Girl. There was a girl that got punched in the face by a Nazi at a fucking you know, rally that turned south. She was like an Antifa people, and that was the thing. They were going around. They were doxing activists. They were doxing like people that they considered to be Antifa. And sometimes, you know, sometimes they managed to find out who they were, and a lot of times they accuse the wrong person, because that's what happens when you're a fucking internet sleuth, and all you're doing is looking at pictures and comparing them to like Facebook profiles and shit. You don't always get it right all the time. And there's, you know, just look that up. Go to Reddit and search, you know, the Donald doxed, right? And you'll find examples of people claiming that they were, you know, the target of harassment and shit after like the Donald, you know, released their personal information, and it wasn't even them at the fucking place in the first place, right? And it's like, that's the difference between, you know, the Donald and 4chan and like, you know, fucking all those other right-wing bullshit people, and a legitimate news information, like, you know, news fucking network like CNN. That's the difference between them. CNN actually has ethics, right? They didn't ruin this guy's life, okay? Even though if they wanted to, they could, and there's, you know, they're perfectly justified in doing so because he's a public figure now, right? They decided not to do it because it's the right thing to do, not because, you know, there's no fucking backroom deals going on. Anyway, I just think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit, and I think it's like just another example of the hypocrisy coming out of fucking right-wing circles. You know, everybody's fucking fair game except when it comes to them. You know, it's perfectly fucking fine to like just find some guy in the crowd at a protest who's not even doing anything and release his personal information and fuck his life up. But when you're like, you know, a crazy fucking shit poster who's like posting hate like speech and all this other shit, then like, oh no, don't ruin, you know, it's fucking, you're blackmailing me, you're gonna ruin my life. Here's the thing about this guy, right? This is what's his Han asshole Solo. Let's say that even was true, which it isn't. You know, it was true that CNN was like not really making a deal with him to not release his personal info if he stops shit posting. First off, who the fuck cares if one guy stops posting negative stuff against your corporation, all right? Like, there's 10,000 other ones. You know, that's not going to stop anything. What is it? Just people are going to, like, change their minds about you? Bullshit, okay? Number two, even if it was true, he would just, like, make an alt, right? Close his account, make a brand new one, and continue doing what he wants the next fucking day. It's ridiculous to even think that. Like, to think that that's even something that could possibly fucking happen. It's just, it's dumb. It's dumb, and the fact that I'm supposed to believe it is fucking retarded. There's no other word. I know people are going to give me shit for using the word retarded. Well, you know what? I'm rebranding it. I'm rebranding it to make retarded mean stupid fucking right-wing bullshit. Alright? That's what it means now, to me. Okay? So, anyway, I don't know. The whole thing's fucking, it's bullshit. And don't listen to these fucking people, folks. They're hypocrites. They're hypocrites and they're cowards. And they deserve fucking way worse than... This guy deserves way worse than what happened to him. You know, he got off fucking easy. Because here's the thing, right? One last thing. Do you think, you know, for an instant, that let's say Breitbart would have, you know, not doxed somebody? Like, let's say that this was a liberal guy, right? And he posted, you know, a meme or something, and it got picked up or whatever. And, you know, it was in the national spotlight. And then, like, let's say that Fox News or Breitbart or InfoWars or James O'Keefe, you know, wanted to investigate this guy and expose him, right? Do you think for an instant they would have, like, not released his personal info if he asked him to? Do you think that would have happened? No, all right? It wouldn't have. They would have done it in a moment because they don't fucking care. Because they're assholes, and if anybody out there thinks otherwise, you're fucking wrong and full of shit, okay? That's the fucking difference between, you know, like a real news organization like CNN and someplace like Breitbart, right? Is that one side has ethics, right, and they care about, you know, doing the right thing, and the other side only gives a fuck about winning, whatever the fuck that means, right? And pushing their agenda, right? So fuck this guy, right? Fuck fucking Han asshole Solo, fuck Breitbart, fuck the Donald, and fuck all of those other people that are even buying into this shit. Adios.